Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we're going to be talking about the Stranger Things fan base. Not just Stranger Things, but I will say we might talk a little bit about the newest season because, poopy stinky. So spoilers, I guess. Spoilers ahead in case someone's like, dude, what the hell? I was going to watch that. Warning.
Well, I mean,
You've been spoiled. The release of Stranger Things might be one of the biggest media sensations of all time. People like to, shit on the last season and be like, this shit's dog. But people forget that for the last 10 years, this show has had a goddamn stranglehold on the population, right? Granted, might be a younger fan base, but a fan base nonetheless. And we've covered obsessive fandoms before, but Stranger Things is up there with one of the most feverish, one of the most diabolical, one of the most rabid. Not only are they glued to the screen and hyper-analyzing every single scene, they're also shipping characters and sometimes delving into straight up harassment of the young actors themselves. Which also, if you don't know shipping, I'm pretty sure it means they're like, this person should f this person. That's a ship. With the recent release of new season, there has been a divide over the ending of the entire series. And now more than ever, people are realizing how insufferable the fan base truly is. Which if you didn't get that from the TikToks from 2 years ago, remember Eddie Munson? Or people doing the Stranger thing, they fucking blew up that one song. Well, we can't even sing it because it'll just get copyright struck, but still.
I'm running up that hill.
Stories of fans stalking cast members and using AI to live out Stranger Things dreams are spreading like wildfire. And this isn't the first time the fan base has been criticized for their behavior, and it certainly won't be the last. So, brace yourselves as we look into the Stranger Things fan base and all the cringe it has to offer. You think that this is gonna hold up like, I don't know, the Back to the Future fan base?
No.
This is 50 years strong. Can you imagine 50 years from now someone with like an Eddie Munson shirt on? That's gonna happen though. There'll be a Hellfire Club shirt here and there. Will people be regarded as like one of the, greatest movies or greatest shows? Probably not.
Maybe the first season. First season's good.
It's okay. But to truly understand why the fans of Stranger Things are losing their collective minds across the internet, we gotta go back to the beginning. Stranger Things was created by the Duffer Brothers and released on Netflix in 2016, instantly becoming a massive hit and marking itself as one of the platform's most popular shows. Can't believe it's been 10 years. 10 fucking years. 2016. Holy moly. The story takes place in the 80s, and immense work was put into making sure the setting feels like it's taking place during that time. The music, the clothing, and the innocence of depicting children going on adventures in a small town unlocked a deep longing and obsession with nostalgia. If I remember back then, that is truly the beginning. I feel like Stranger Things marked in media that true, like, everything's going to be 80s. The 80s nostalgia. I could be wrong, could be talking on my ass, but I feel like around that time is when the 80s nostalgia really blew up, which is we're in the 90s now. Now everyone's nostalgic for the 90s.
It definitely accelerated it. Everybody's just wanted to copy Stranger Things.
Yeah, everybody was just kind of, which I think the It movies, those were like 80s, because they even got like some of the cast members from, or just maybe just Finn Wolfhard. But I remember just being like, is this just Stranger Things? I felt very, I don't know, it was odd. The series continued, releasing new seasons fairly consistently, and as the show got bigger and the story became more fantastical, the budget started to climb from initial $48 million from season 1 to $80 million by season 3. And this is where things started to ramp up. The time between seasons went from around 1 year to over 3+ years, with the budget drastically multiplying. Fast forward to the end of season 4, it was understood that the following season would be the grand finale, with a budget totaling around $500 million. Each year that passed by with no release, the more pressure there was to deliver an amazing payoff, right? Well, surely we're waiting because it takes time to make perfection, right, Nick?
Oh, of course.
Also, our little teen cast, they're all 33 years old now. Eventually, in 2025, 3.5 years later, the final season dropped. While fans had a lot of great moments to appreciate throughout the final season, a surprisingly large portion of the audience was greatly disappointed by a lot of the decisions made. Now, let me ask you this, Nick, because you haven't seen it. You're probably not going to see it.
No.
I saw it.
You like it?
No, but still, I was gonna say, is there any conceivable way this could have made a landing? It's the same thing with Game of Thrones. Even if Game of Thrones took its time and, people were like, you need to build up this, you need to build up that. Does it take too long? And then people were like, this should have ended 3 years ago. This should have ended 2 seasons ago. I feel like with these long-standing giant things, you get so big that there is no possible way you could stick the landing.
You're not going to please everybody.
No.
It's also extremely hard to end a show. I'm trying to think, I think Breaking Bad.
I remember at the time, people bitched about that. I know people look back on it now and they're like, it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. There's always, when it first comes out, people are always going to be disappointed, especially if there's like a mystery. Or
Vince
like,
Gilligan's the only one who knows how to do it right, dude. Better Call Saul, great ending.
Do people universally love that ending?
I don't know. But see, at the same time, is Better Call Saul as big as Stranger Things? No.
I think you get so big that I don't think...
You need to be medium big.
Yeah.
If you're the biggest, you're going to be like the fucking, what's the giant blimp? The Heisenberg?
Oh, the Hindenburg.
Yeah, I know. But see, this video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. If you're saying new year, new me, but you're still stuck with the same old mattress, what the f are you doing? A well-lived life starts with rest, and nothing feels as good as waking up on a mattress that's made for you. With better sleep, you can have more energy and more focus, helping you stay productive. Duh, you think? So many of us are getting it wrong from the start. Good sleep starts with a better mattress. No way, right? If you're sleeping on rocks, if you sleep on a mattress, it may be better. Really, Helix has 20 unique mattresses, all set to serve a specific purpose. If you're too hot at night, or if you sleep on your side, they want to know! Each of these personal details allows them to find the right mattress for you. Before you get a Helix Sleep mattress, you take a sleep quiz to find out the perfect blend of what you need. Do you like homework? That's what you gotta do! Let Helix Sleep find your dream mattress, and everyone is different. For instance, some people need a firm mattress. Others might prefer a soft one. Others get very hot at night. Some need cooling memory foam and glaciotech technology to sleep. The quiz is very quick, but it takes your answers and recommends the best mattress choice for you. I'm getting my best sleep with my Dusk Lux mattress. It serves my particular needs and it provides deep, restful sleep each night. And it's amazing how much sleep can affect your mood and energy. Can't you tell how chipper I am? And I'm getting more work done, and all it took was a few minutes to find out what the f I was missing. If you're not in the market for a new mattress right now, but you wish you could improve your old one, Helix offers perfect solutions with your range of mattress toppers. They can extend the life of your old mattress and upgrade the comfort while not having to worry about replacing it. Or maybe you've got a Helix Sleep mattress already, but you want to improve your guest bed. Grab a mattress topper and tell them that we sent you. Get the sleep you deserve and head to helix.com/papameat to start sleeping in your new mattress today. To take advantage of their New Year's sale exclusive partner offer and get 20% off site-wide. Hey, thanks Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. People began voicing all sorts of complaints, from plot holes to the Marvel levels of CGI that encompassed the big finale battle, which lasted all but a few minutes after 10 whole years of build-up, you know, which is kind of the same thing with Game of Thrones, of the Ice King and all that kind of shit. It also became apparent that the Duffer Brothers were introducing so many characters to the show that multiple scenes were alarmingly packed with people, which if you look at that, every goddamn episode, there's just a scene of 7 people everywhere. And they're all voicing and going back to each other, you know, explaining what's happening in the scene to great detail.
This flashlight is the Squawk radio tower, and the Slinky is the bridge.
This is Will. This is Holly. This is Max.
They were dormant, just like these kernels.
This is Vecna, and this is the wormhole. And this is, you know, it's people grabbing things from around. It's become a giant meme, but even during one of the biggest moments of the show, when Will Byers comes out as gay, really funny, there are people in the room that have basically never interacted with them at all. Also, you have to think it too, the world's ending. But actually, to be fair, if the world's ending, better get it out than
Exactly.
keep it in. I don't like girls.
I like girls, just...
I mean... I don't think he ever says I'm gay. I'm gay.
No.
I think he just says, I mean, I like girls, but not like that.
Is that a verbatim line?
I think something like that.
I don't like girls. I mean, I do, just not like you guys do.
He could just be like, bro, I'm gay. Which, how sick would that be? Hey, by the way, guys, I would love to suck a cock.
I wish one of the friends was disgusted by it.
Oh! That would be more for 80s? Are you kidding me? One guy's like...
Like Hopper?
Dude, we shook hands earlier.
What,
Yeah, Hopper. Also, one of the other characters is gay, and I don't think anybody gives a
It really?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, it's a nothing burger.
Yeah. They had like a girl. Well, you know what it is? I think people got up in arms with that too. The other character who's gay is a girl, but they're making a big deal about the guy being gay. It's one of those things.
Patriarchy, man, ruins everything.
Patriarchy. You know what they should have done? You know they should have had to be like, Vecna's making me gay. Or one of the characters says that. Well, what if Vecna's just making you gay? He's like, no, dude, I'm gay.
That would have been a good plot. We need to sever the tie between Will and Vecna to turn them straight. Helix, guys.
It's just all anti-gay propaganda. Welcome to the 80s. Even an actor that plays one of the main kids in the show agreed publicly that more characters should have been dying in the show to make the stakes high as the story deserved. I mean, which is true. Like, you know, listen, if it's season 1 where they're all little fetuses running around, maybe you don't kill off all the kids. Kill a couple of them off. And people are gonna be like, Eddie! I'm like, that doesn't count. He's in 1 season. That doesn't fucking count. All the characters that are kinda in the show, they'll die. Like Billy. Remember when all the Midwest women were flicking their beans to Billy? Oh, splish splash, I was taking a bath. It was one of those. It's also become a meme to point out that most conflicts in the show were solved by Elle holding up her hands and screaming, including the finale of the series. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna. Hey, welcome to anime. Is that not fucking every goddamn anime ending?
That's fair.
All of them. People are gonna dog on it now because it's not a fucking little Japanese cartoon. Come on, dude.
It's a little 19-year-old lady.
It's a 32-year-old woman. Many fans started comparing it to the generation fumble that was the final season of Game of Thrones. As a whole, the Stranger Things, this season was way worse.
Really? Than Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Listen, the last season of Game of Thrones, the problem is they rushed all of it. And people were like, well, her character wouldn't. I'm like, it all made sense to me. It's fine, whatever. But it's just a thing of it being like, and it's done. And we're done. This Stranger Things, I mean, it's just the writing is abysmal. It's just the characters. It's just a bunch of shit where you're just like, it just felt like everybody was phoning it in. Oh, remember, yeah, she was in Terminator. It's like, oh, remember that guest appearance? Oh, we have to do this. I guess we'll go here.
Did they defeat Vecna an hour in? Like halfway?
Well, the fucking last episode's like 6 hours long. It felt like it was a day. Remember it was done and it's just like 8 months later. Also, the end of the deal, they beat all the stuff. They kill all these human beings, like the military stuff. Right? And they just let them go. But there's no like explanation. Like they don't have to defeat the army or the army. Like you could have had a general just be like, they come back up and everyone puts their hands up, and they just be like, what's the point? It's done anyways. Like, yeah, you kill one of the main people. Whatever. You could even just do that. What if they throw their guns on the ground? I'm done with this shit. You could have done that. And say, yeah, it's just Elle getting fucking blown up. And everyone's like, no! And she just, and they kind of like reenact some like, like whenever they show the atom bomb dropping, or like the nuke, that famous shot of the house. They do a bunch of that stuff, and all the upside down blows up, and Purple Rain plays.
Do you see Elle disintegrate?
No, because see, they couldn't do that because then you wouldn't have all these people. I'm sure we get into it. People were angry at the Duffer Brothers for not closing out the series in a satisfying way, and they decided to start answering questions from viewers about it. This only made things worse. Yeah, dude. Just be like, it is what it is. This is what we made. Also, can you go back and change anything? No. Why even humor it? They didn't seem to have a good answer to a lot of the questions people had, and the further criticisms from fans led them to backtrack from the previous statements. Matt Duffer eventually told an interviewer, and I quote, "I'm not in a good place. Like, why the hell did we do any of them yesterday is beyond me. I'm like fried. I was getting over the flu, so anyone mad at any answers we gave out yesterday, just cut me some slack."
Excuses, dude.
Fuck you, Matt. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick too. Stranger Things fans spent the past 10 years anticipating the ending of their favorite show, only to be disappointed. For a large group of people, this frustration grew into straight up delusion. The main villain, Vecna, has psychic abilities that allow him to manipulate people by giving them hallucinations. People started to hyperanalyze the last season to discover the supposed evidence to suggest that the last episode is filled with hallucinations not connected to reality. Are they still under Vecna's control? Vecna! This evidence includes minor details like objects being different colors instead of that just being a continuity error. No, it's Vecna. That's actually perfect though. Well, that was actually Vecna's doing.
See, now what they could do is Snyder edit kind of thing. Like 2 years from now, be like, well, this is the final episode.
Yeah, this is the final. This is the Vecna cut. The Vecna cut. This then led to the belief that a secret 9th episode of the show would soon be released on January 7th, showing what actually happened, causing the fan base to look desperate and in denial that their favorite show just simply had an unsatisfying conclusion. To show just how widespread this theory was, Netflix crashed on the 7th because of the insane traffic from people hoping that there would be a new finale.
I mean, that would have been a really smart play if they did that, where it's just like, psych, we disappointed you, now here's the real ending, and it fucking killed.
Oh my god. You know what they'd be to those that like that would give those fans the biggest ego.
Yeah.
Oh my my God, we were right.
What if they did release a final episode and all the kids died? The fanbase wouldn't be satisfied if Vecna
No,
won.
there is no ending. There is no ending that would be satisfactory. There is none. It's not like people are like, it should end this way. It should be this. It should be this. It should be this. There's no possible fucking outcome. You gotta just write what you think is best. So to the Duffer Brothers, I at least give them credit there. At least they're just like, that's just what we fucking, there it is, right? Well, also, I know the whole thing was like, Stranger Things was supposed to be an anthology series, but because it was so popular, they just kept using the kids, because why would you not? You're printing money at that point, whatever. But it's just, they're gonna be like, so like, what is the Upside Down? It's a wormhole when there's a government. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like any fan base, people start to pick favorite characters and obsess over anything they do. For the Stranger Things fan base, it appears that many of them are weirdly invested in the actors portraying them. There is not a single piece of Stranger Things media that is not overanalyzed. There are even countless theories and rumors made by the more devoted fans. One fan made a video alleging that most of the main cast didn't like Millie Bobby Brown because of how they acted around her in interviews, playing the most mundane clips of cast members interacting with each other pretty casually. Look at that! That is delusion,
They would,
dude.
yeah. Like when they said something, like someone would like turn.
Did
something.
anyone else think, well, this is the fucking comments I hate too. We even get these kind of comments sometimes, you sick fucks. People being like, anyone else thinks it's kind of weird that Hunter says this to Nick? Or anyone else think that Nick is unhappy this shoot?
Are Isaiah and Hunter fighting?
Yeah, exactly. Anyone else think Hunter's getting annoyed at Isaiah this episode of Creepcast? Or reading a story called like the poo-poo diaper man or something like that. Anyone else think that he's getting a bit annoyed? Which I hate that kind of comment too, because it's just like, you're throwing it out there, but that's just like a fucking active grenade.
Yeah, exactly.
For someone to be like, I thought the same thing.
Okay, it wasn't just me.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, this. And then every other normal person never interacts. They'll never experience that. But then, yeah, anyone involved in the channel is just like, ah, with the explosion. Ah! The fanbase also loves shipping characters for their fan fiction's weird fantasies. The most popular ship is Byler, which is the potential romantic relationship between Mike and Will, which Will wanted it.
See, that would have been a little love triangle. Mike's also confused. Is Vecna corrupting me?
What if instead at the end, instead of Elle sacrificing herself and Mike's all tore up about it because he's just like, I love you. What if he's sitting there? Well, it should have been Will. Motherfucker's been in and out of purgatory since season 1. He should be like, sorry guys, and just hop in, blow himself up. But instead of that, what if at the end Elle's just like, I think I'm gonna stay, and he's like, okay, that's cool, but I'm really in love with Will. I haven't been able to tell him. And he's like, are you serious? And they have a big gay makeout session. And that's when Elle does, oh, slices her wrist, oh, and then jumps into the upside down. Oh, and they're like, Elle, don't do it. Then he has to live with that guilt forever.
There you go. But he's still making love to Will.
Yeah, well, they're happily married. That doesn't matter. He's just like, do you think we messed up? And he's like, I don't know, baby. All I know is it's just me and you.
There's 2 L's in Will. Double the L's.
You're only 1 L. He's 2. And they still play Purple Rain over it. She's like trying to talk and they keep raising the music up.
We'll figure something out. We'll fight back. We always do.
But this ship, the fucking Byler relationship, is so popular that it has its own wiki page, which archives the most popular Byler fanfics on every platform, because that's necessary. Who's down there and they're just like, oh my God. You're like reading a wiki. Okay, so they fuck each other here. Okay, interesting. Good, we have scholarly evidence of this ship. Is it just horned up people? Is that all it is?
Well, I think it's a mix of a lot of things. I do think a lot of people like it because it's like romantic. Some people, well, it's mostly women who ship. But like if for anime.
Sorry, fellas, I guess we don't count.
For anime, a lot of guys like to ship the main character with the girl they like. Because it's just like, I would date that person, so the main character should date that person.
So they're like, I vicariously see myself through this main character,
Yeah.
and that main character being with this person means I'm with them. Like Luffy and Nami.
Yes. Or Luffy Usopp.
I want to see Luffy sit on that nose, dude.
Gum.
Yeah. Gum, pleasure. After this last season, it was revealed that Will was gay, and there was no hint of Mike and Will getting together. Fans were left in literal tears after finding out that their favorite headcanon was not a reality. I do love that. What? Because that's the other thing too, the Stranger Things, it's like breadcrumbs. So you can just, however they see it. So also closing this off, it brings everybody back down to reality. Yeah, Mike being like, no, I'm not with that.
See, that would have been I feel like I haven't seen this last season, but if Will sacrificed himself in his last moment, he told Mike, I love you, or whatever.
Yeah, he does this. There's the... And then he's blown up and he's like, I don't like girls. Or he could have just said, I love you.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you. I love you too, man. No, not like, I mean, I love you.
Yeah, not like that. And then he turns around and then Mike is doing math in his head, realizing what that means. Yeah.
Well, and he turns around, well, and then one woman was left bawling her eyes out, yelling, why can't they just fuck? After finding out 11 dies in the series finale.
She f***ing died, so like, why can't they? Like, I don't understand. I don't give a f*** about his random ass boyfriend. Like, why did?
Why? I think people don't give a f, do they? They're like, I don't give a f. I need my fix.
They're not 18 by the end of the season?
I don't fucking know. I mean, they probably are. I don't know. Well, yeah, because they're all graduating high school. So yeah, they're all 18. Okay. Whatever. It's just weird though, where it's just like, I remember watching you as like as a little boy. I remember when you were 5. That kind of thing. Remember when the show started and you were 8 years old? Isn't that kind of weird to be like, I want them to fuck? Yeah. That's just kind of odd.
That'd be weird, yeah. I remember when the first season came out, everyone thought Mike and Elle's actors they wanted them to date in real life too, because they're like, they have so much.
Yeah, everyone does that though. Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Tobey Maguire, and Kristen. I mean, it's just anytime there's a on-screen thing, people are gonna want it in real life.
Harry and Cho Chang.
Who? Oh, Harry Potter. Oh yeah, Cho Chang. Appreciate you, J.K. Rowling. There wasn't a lot of Cho Chang love, was there? I feel like it was always Harry and Hermione.
Yeah, everybody wanted. Even J.K. Rowling was like, I messed up. Harry should have married Hermione.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, she's with Ron. My ass.
And then Ron and Ginny should have got together, had a little incest.
I guess it's just me and you, sis. Okay, Ron. Us Weasleys gotta stick together, huh? That would make sense, though, too. The Weasleys are just like these inbred mutants. I don't think my sister wants to date me. And Harry's like... since the beginning of the series, you know? Well, I want to date me sister. We should probably try to go follow Snape or something. Hold on, I'm almost done with me love letter to me sister. I can't wait for spring break. Boom. Gives it to his owl. The owl's inbred too. Yeah, Ron. All right, Ron. Can you clean up your side of the room, by the way? It's kind of a bit dirty. Another fan wrote a 2,000-word long essay about how they believe Byler will come true during the second release of the final season. This take was so delusional that even another Byler fans were telling the person to calm down and come back to reality, insisting that it won't happen. Like how they have to have other people, listen, buddy, we're all hard. All right, but this is ridiculous.
This is a fantasy, not reality.
You're living in a fantasy's fantasy. All right, so let's come back to reality, but come here. Take my hand. Though the love for these two fictional characters might seem insane, the love this fan base has for Eddie Munson is on a whole new level. Which I will say, the love for Eddie Munson, 2 or 3 years ago, oh, that was, you couldn't escape it.
When did he die?
Season 4.
Oh, he died in season 4?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago.
How many seasons was he in?
1. He's in 1 season.
He's in just 1 season?
He was in 1 fucking season. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Eddie was a new character introduced in season 4 and had only 42 minutes of screen time across 13 hours of this season. Despite this, he was the central phenomenon of an entire movement of fanfics and cosplays. Steady was the name of another relationship fans created in their head between Eddie and Steve Harrington. They love to post thirst traps of cosplays making out in costumes, and the comments go bananas for it. Oh, God, this is hot. That's one thing I fucking hate. It's all gooning now in comment sections, isn't it? You open up one thing and they're like, oh, not me on my break. Not me when I'm breedable. I see that a lot with girls. Girls are fucking ravenous with that shit, dude. You gotta watch out. Oh, God, not this popping up while hubby's at work. Oh, this is making me wet. I saw that comment on a guy like making a song. He's like just a guy playing acoustic guitar, and that was one of the girls. This is making me wet. And all the comments underneath were like, I know, right?
You think that's people trying to be like, maybe he'll comment back?
That or I mean, at first I was like, well, that's just gotta be a satirical comment. And then I just see it. It's too true.
It makes sense if you're like an OnlyFans model trying to like.
Well, yeah, if it's like that's the whole Twitter thing. If someone's just like, look at my book report, and someone's just like, discount on my OnlyFans. Oh, who said my OnlyFans is free? Hey guys, look at this volcano I made for science class. Free muff. Click here.
She's sitting on the volcano.
Light it. I don't want it to explode. Light it. I want it coming out of all my pores. They also claim that these two characters are Dustin's dad, since they are both friends with him in the show. Oh, look at that picture. Dustin has two dads. On the Steady Wiki, they even track how many times the ship was a fan favorite in a weekly fandom Tumblr page. People got a lot of time on their hands, don't they? Too much time. Even when I was young, I don't think I had this much time.
Yeah, they all work from home.
Oh. Damn you, COVID. The fans' love for Eddie doesn't stop there. After he died in the show, a fan wrote a sad song titled Eddie Song that made multiple references to the show in the one season he was a part of. The song would blow up and be used by tons of edits and satirical videos mocking the fan base, those bastards.
Eddie, baby, I just saw Steve.
But the fans loved it. To honor his legacy, a large group of fans dressed up as Eddie and went to the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo and flash mobbed the guest there by putting up a speaker and blasting a fan-edited song using scenes from the show. There were tons of people with guitars that didn't know how to play them because one of Eddie's most memorable scenes in the season was when he played Master of Puppets by Metallica. So people were just carrying around guitars. It's part of the costume. I don't know how to use a fucking sword, but I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? Once again, I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, whatever. It's a fucking costume. Okay.
Unless he tried to play it and he thought he was good.
Yeah. I mean, people air guitaring with a guitar there is cringe, but I don't know. It's fucking cosplaying. It's cringe already. Who gives a shit? The scene was beloved by fans and is referred to as Eddie Munson's upside down guitar god scene for how epic and gnarly it was. All the comments couldn't contain themselves about how metal the scene was and quirky it was for him to play a music solo right before death, looking death right in the eyes and saying, "Fuck you!" Being obnoxious in public comes with being an Eddie Munson fan, right? It's in the fucking first scene. Play a little bit of the first scene, not all of it, just like a millisecond of it. That's a rebel. Since he was known for being a crazy and quirky guy in public, it's inspired many others to do the same, right? To be their best selves in public. These videos, man, are gonna kill me. These videos of people doing this. It's just, you know what it is? People, I know people say like, we need to bring back shame. It's just common decency is what it is. I feel like everybody's kind of been like this though, right? There's always been some iteration of this in some way. Or has it always been kind of contained to conventions? Because to me, if you're at a convention, I don't give a shit. This is like a playground basically. As long as you're not harassing people, but it's just if you're in cosplay and you're walking around, you're not doing anything fucking wrong. Or especially if you go to like a panel. I've seen so many people where they're like in a exhibit hall and it's like the Eddie Munson guitar contest. And yeah, it's cringe, but it's what this room is for. Exactly. Right now. Yeah. I don't know. Anything that disrupts the public that are just trying to exist. Shame on you. In a video uploaded to TikTok, a student stands on a lunch table in a crowded cafeteria and begins to shout one of Eddie's famous monologues from the show. The one we showed. Showed it again, a millisecond. That one. One commenter explained that this cringe lord was exactly the type of weirdo Eddie Munson was, except he's not conventionally attractive, so people are making fun of him instead of gooning to him. That's true. That's where they get you. You kind of have to be pretty attractive to be like, because then you're like, oh, all right. That's strange. Why are people making fun of me? Usually they should be flicking their beans right about now. It's probably Vecna. I have a feeling that there are some people that it's like the Slender Man killings. They believe Vecna's real. And they're like, Vecna's ruining my life.
Vecna, get out of my brain,
Vecna, get out of my brain. I don't want to have to stab my geometry teacher. That kind of thing. Don't make me be crazy. Are you sure? Okay, I'll do it. If all that wasn't enough, Bath & Body Works made an Eddie Munson's candle called Eddie's Leather Jacket for the fans to enjoy. That's a fucking dynamite idea. Yeah. Holy fuck. Whoever came up with that, you need a raise. Yeah, because we were like, oh my god.
Flick your bean to that.
Other characters like Eleven are subject to weird edits, including a 30-second edit of a superfan green screening himself into a prom dance scene with the character so he could kiss her and dance the night away, which I just find this stuff sad.
How old is the kid? Because, like, I feel like if I was younger and knew how to edit, I'd be doing cringe shit like this.
He looks like he's maybe 17, 15 to 17.
Okay, 17's a little too old.
He looks a little older. To be fair, I will say the edit, good for him. You know what? That's just raw power is what that is. A guy just being like, watching that over and over again. Man, it really was a great prom. There's also a woman who uses AI to make it seem like her and Stephen Harrington are in a serious long-term relationship. She uses her social media page to post multiple provocative pictures of her fake relationships, and all the comments are eating it up and supporting her delusions, while people who stumble upon it randomly blame it on the mental illness. Which I will say, if it's a long-going thing, that's when I'm like, there's a separation that has to happen.
Do you see the picture of her in the mirror?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I wish I didn't have to see. I wish I didn't have to see with the context. Maybe afterwards I'd be like, whatever. But it's just this long-term relationship thing. I don't know.
If it's a troll, it's funny.
There was probably a lot. Yeah, I mean, if it's a joke, but this is like a long-term thing of someone being, because I bet you during that, I feel like 2023 was the true peak of Stranger. Like season 4 felt like that was catastrophic. I mean, it was everywhere. The season finale, I feel like it just took too long. The wave died down a bit. Also, all the people were growing up, but I feel like it's just those things that held on. Those are the people that held on to the fandom.
Was there anything memorable in this season?
In this season?
Besides like Elle doing like...
Just the Will when he's gay. That's like the big thing, I feel like.
But that's not really fun, I guess. Like...
But I guess that doesn't really seem fun because it's just a guy coming out as gay, so. No, I don't know. I mean, the thing too is they're too old. They're all so old now. My God.
They should have done a time jump and they're in college or they're dropouts.
What they should have done a thing is at the end of season 4, they thought you do a thing where you do a big time jump. They're all scattered around and then they think that they've defeated the evil, but it's just like, he's back. Oh, yeah. I thought he was gone, but he's back.
A little It. Yeah, they're all 30.
Yeah, and then you take from It because you motherfucker stole from us a little bit. Now we're gonna take back from you. Why not? If none of that fits your fancy, you could be like one of the mini fans who have made detailed shrines to characters inside of their bedrooms. Some are dedicated to entire seasons, while others are devoted to specific characters. These shrines are not little sections of their room either. They take up entire walls and are covered in pictures and Funko Pops, which I'd say it's bad. Dad, can you go to the store and give me a Funko? Okay. One fan even uses her shrine to try and force the universe to make the actor Finn Wolfhard her boyfriend. Her shrine consists of 8 Funko Pops and a collage of pictures. Others are immortalizing their love of Stranger Things by getting horrible tattoos, which I will say the Dustin tattoo is.
What does it say? Fested?
I don't know. I don't know what it fucking says. Tested.
No, that's an F. Fested.
It's one thing to obsess over the characters in a show, but many of the actors and actresses have had weird and even creepy experiences with fans. Which I will say, I've seen interviews. I think it was I saw an interview with Finn Wolfhard where he said like he was doing a meet and greet or something, and a girl like didn't want an autograph. She just like saw a half-empty water bottle he was drinking. She was like, "Can I have the water bottle?" That's a story from him specifically, all right?
One time I had a girl that came up with her family. She was looking at my water that was half drunk, and she was like, "Can I have the water?"
That's one instance. I can't even imagine.
Did he give it to her?
No. Even in the deal, he's like, no.
And I went, no. No, you can't. No, you can't have my water.
No, you can't have it. I thought it was kind of sick. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike on the show, admits to being stalked by a fan when he was 13 years old. It wasn't just young starstruck fans following him around. It was entire groups of adults that would tail him all the way home. At one point, they approached him at his doorstep and asked for a selfie until he snapped back at them shouting, "No! You can't have a selfie! How about you don't follow children?" Mike must be mad at Elle right now. He's taking it out on me, okay? Any kind of paparazzi stuff, fan stalking, any of that shit of following people home, it's despicable. It's fucking disgusting, man. Gatton Matarazzo, who plays Dustin Henderson, explained that he still thinks about all the creepy encounters he had with a 40-year-old fan that admitted she had a huge crush on him. Can you imagine being 13 years old and have to deal with that? A 40-year-old, I love you. How fucked up would that be? Here's my number. Yeah, call this number tonight if you feel lucky. He was only 13 years old at the time, and the mother even acknowledged that she was aware of the age difference. Not only was Gatton with his mom when this happened, the woman saying this to him was with her child, who was audibly pissed at the humiliating interaction. In another instance, a fan went to shake his hand before pulling it up to his face and licking it like it was a casual thing.
You deserve to get punched.
I'll say that right. I've never had anything like that before. I've had some weird shit before, but if someone tried to look at me, I would there would be a physical altercation. And I'm not a big like, ooh, I'll fucking fight. But it would be too much. That's too much.
There's that drunk guy who tried to kiss you.
There's the drunk guy that tried to kiss me. He got pushed away. Did not like that. That was brutal. That was very brutal. I hated when someone's in an intoxicated state like that too, because if you like also try to do something to them, I'm always nervous that they're gonna get fucking pissed and try like attacking you or doing that shit too. So it's just how the f do you handle that situation? And then let alone I'm a grown adult. Imagine being a toddler. Imagine being 13 years old and having to deal with that. That's fun. There comes a point where fandom goes from a passionate enjoyer to being fully consumed by their favorite media. Some young Stranger Things fans aren't just seeing it as a comfort show. They're binging it nonstop and thinking about it at all hours of the day. Not that the the series is over, people are starting to feel post-series sadness and are not sure what to do with themselves. Many are mourning the show ending by holding candlelight vigils at filming locations. Hundreds of people showed up to the location in Georgia where they placed signs saying, "We love you, Hawkins," or "We love you, 11." They also placed down Eggo waffles and notes exclaiming their love for the cast. One 17-year-old woman online confesses to a Stranger Things Reddit page that she is often crying just thinking about the show because of how much she desires to live in the town of Hawkins, mostly fueled by her love of nostalgia. She claims that the events of the Stranger Things are so interesting and enticing to her that she no longer finds meaning in her own life. You know, there's been times where I've seen a show end, and there is that I do believe that post-series depression is real, because you're just like, you're sad that it's over. You know, you're like, oh, I really enjoyed that. Even if you're a fan, like the Eggo thing, I don't think that's a big, I mean, like, you're playing into the thing, whatever, but this idea, that more deep-seated thing where I have no meaning to my life, that's where you gotta watch people, man.
It's a wake-up call. If you feel that way, you need to change.
We just need to, I mean, you gotta experience more shit. You gotta like live your own life instead of latching on to the delusions of a thing that you're consuming. It's not just Stranger Things. It's all kinds of people do that shit. Even with other shows, video games, anime, all that shit. People latch on to where they put their entire worth into this thing that they consume.
It happens a lot with anime. A lot of
100%.
Post-anime depression. I wish
Well,
I
yeah,
was MC.
I'll tell you what, dude. If I was a fucking One Piece lover, I wouldn't have to worry. Like, this shit's never gonna end.
Yeah, I'm gonna die before it ends.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, too, by the time that it ended, you'd be like, it'd probably be a great relief. Finally. The fan base is filled with all sorts of controversies and crazy people, which has left many people feeling fan base woes. The horrible reception of the series finale has left many fans divided on the show in general. Many conclude that they hate their own fan base for how they're acting. Multiple posts have been made complaining about Stranger Things stans on Twitter and TikTok. These posts usually complain about how insane the fans are and how they're ruining the show for everyone. It's kind of like a band, right? You like a band, but then you look at the fan base, you're like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. Look at this. It's embarrassing. Especially with all the conspiracy theories surrounding the show's ending. Many are saying that they're embarrassed to be a fan and are making the fan base look bad by overanalyzing every little detail. When Stranger Things was released in 2016, nobody could have ever guessed it would become as big as it did. They also couldn't have known that the fan base would become one of the most cringe and unbearable groups of people online. But it makes me think, at what point isn't being a fan of anything cringe? You know, if you love something and you want to share it online, to me that's like what the online space is for, is to connect people, right? I know people, we used it a lot, and we are guilty of digging in on people or dogging on people for enjoying things. But at the end of the day, just be yourself and be whoever the fuck you want to be. I just say draw the line whenever you're emotionally breaking because the show is over, or like for theories or something. If you're emotionally in distress and mentally in distress, maybe take a step back and have a breather. Or if you're in public and you're being a nuisance and you can't control yourself, just fucking take a chill pill for a second and realize that like other people are trying to enjoy stuff too, and that you and your fandom aren't the center of the universe, right? But at the same time, enjoy yourself. Be fans of stuff. Who gives a fuck? All the people too who are posting like, this is fucking cringe and stupid, you're telling me they don't have anything either? Just projection, my friends. But at the same time, you know, all fan bases are cringe, so it's fun to talk about them. Sorry, Stranger Things last season sucked. Really, it hasn't been good for a while. Sorry. I can say that. I mean, in my opinion. Can I say that? In my opinion?
It's been good since the first season.
The first season's fun. You know what it is, though, if I can break it down, is that the first season, it was so stripped back. It fixated more on the horror. It was fun. These little kids, and there's also a thing about like a fun, dramatic angle of a mom trying to find her son and all this stuff. It's still equally kind of quirky and cringy, but they're so young that it fits. You know, it's like innocent in that weird way. But as the show progressed on, I just could not care. I just couldn't care. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's the worst thing imaginable. It just wasn't my cup of tea, right?
It's also too, I think it just gets, the stakes get too bloated.
Well, yeah, it's like an anime too, where it's just like, it's when you bust this huge nut way too early, and then it's like, where could you possibly go from there? It's like Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel now, it's like Thanos did the fucking snap, half of the universe is dead. Where could you possibly go? Like what now could ever compare to that?
Multiverse destruction. All the multiverses are collapsing.
That's right. Write that down. That's it. Bye.